Mouse pads are important. They're very important. You can't just go out and buy the fanciest mouse in the world and then come home and use it on your linoleum floor. Let's talk about the Razer Destructor mat. Here it is. Yes! Best used as a mouse pad. Now they've put a lot of years, I think 2 or 3 years of research into perfecting the surface here. It's called the fractal surface. I'm not sure what that means. It's made from fractals of different things. The packaging on this is pretty nice. I like the fact that it's a nice slim package. And it also comes with a travel case that zips up, perfectly fits. It's foam that perfectly fits the shape of the mouse pad. Whenever I'm traveling, I always carry a nice mouse pad to the LAN party with me because you've got to use your good mouse pad. If you get used to a mouse pad, you got to use it. And I do not like scratching or damaging my mouse pad. With this, you put it in there, you zip it up, you're good to go. Check out the thickness. It's really thin. It's actually, well, it's not quite as thin as a dime, but it's about as thin as a quarter. So it's thinner than most mouse pads too. I like the size of it, 350 by 280. Yes, that's compared to a standard mouse pad. Now it's not as big as some of the other Razer mouse pads, but I found that this one's about the perfect size because it doesn't take up too much space on the desk. And when you're playing your games, the one thing I cannot stand having to do is when you're turning, you know, there's a dude over here and you're like, I'm going to get that dude. And you get there and you're like halfway on your regular mouse pad and you're like, oh, I got to keep picking the mouse up and moving the mouse because you can't turn all the way around. Well, this one I found that with a high sensitivity mouse, especially with a laser mouse, it's easy to turn all the way around without any problems at all, and without having to pick your wrist up and move it and that sort of thing. Another thing that's cool about this, if you're using a laser mouse, well, they're saying that you get 37% better tracking with a laser mouse. With optical mouse, it's 25% better. That's nice. Now, I noticed right off the bat, as soon as I loaded up Team Fortress 2, that I was much more accurate with the sniper rifle, and that's something that I suck at. I am the worst sniper ever. I'm one of those guys who, if two guys come around the corner, and you're coming from this way, and I'm coming from this way, and we meet head on, I'm probably going to kill you, because I'm extremely quick, and I'm not as accurate. So, if it's a sniper over here and a sniper over there, and we're lining up, you know, like on 2 Fort or whatever, and then I'm dead. But with this one, I actually got a lot of frags. I think my first time I had seven snipes in a row. Pretty good for me. Alright, now my favorite thing about this, other than the improved tracking, is the back. It's texturized rubber surface. It's a beautiful thing. Now, this rubber grip surface on the back makes the thing stay in one spot on your desk. I think every mouse pad ever made should have a rubber grip on the back, because when I'm playing games, the thing that bothers me more than anything, I used to get mad, and you can ask my wife behind the camera, I used to scream and throw chairs and cats and people if there was any. And wives. I'd throw wives across the room because I'd be playing my game and the mouse pad would move or shift or slide and I would get fragged. And it's so frustrating because you're like, it's not my fault. It's not my fault. It's the mouse pad. It's not my fault. There's going to be no more of that because my mouse pad stays in one spot. In fact, if someone drops a bomb on this house and it goes off, of course it's going to go off unless it's a duck, the only thing that's going to be left is a little piece of this desk with the freaking mouse pad on top of it. Awesome mouse pad. The price with all the features, it's a little expensive for a mouse pad, but you know what, it's about the same price as some of those really fancy mouse pads with all the graphics and stuff on it, but I think this one's more functional, rubberized surface. I'm going to give this a 9.5. I think that it rocks.